Unbreakable souls. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by and checking out the channel. Um, if I made it to your algorithm, it's for a reason. So stay a while. You might find something that's helpful. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning. Thank you so much for going with me on this journey. We are a collective. We are a family at this point. Y'all have been with me. It's been close to over a year now. So this channel has been going for a little while now, and I really do have some, I mean, you guys are just all so kind and also very connected, and I just really am grateful that you allow me to provide messages and that you come and stop by and you check out whatever comes through, and that you believe and you really are becoming and remaining an unbreakable soul. So I have decided to do things a little bit differently from what I have been doing. You know, if you're familiar with this journey and how I started this channel, you know that this channel didn't start off with tarot cards. It didn't start off with a video. It started off with a voice recording, and then every time God led me to do something differently, I would move. I would transition. I would be obedient. So now I'm just doing that same thing. So I am gonna do things a little bit differently. We are still gonna touch on the tarot and the oracle, and we're gonna touch into that. So there will be some cards and stuff going on. But again, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I do want to cleanse the energy a little bit before we get started. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope through this transition and through this shift, I hope today is better for you. I know the last couple of days have been trying. Maybe for some of you, the last couple of months, I'm hearing. It's been trying, and it's been hard to stay motivated. It's been hard to stay positive. I know that. So I hope today is better. I hope you've reached for that thought that puts you in a less negative space. It's step by step, day by day. It's definitely easier said than done. But just remember that you're not alone, for one. Remember that everything that is happening for you and not to you. And even I have to remind myself of that often, especially as of lately. So again, I'm not here. If you're new here, I don't really get on here and try to preach and tell people what to do and how to do. The messages just come through, and whatever resonates. So we are going to get this going. But I do again want to cleanse the energy. Holy Spirit, God, ancestors, ascended masters, spirit guides, I ask that you protect me as I channel this message for the collective. I only accept love, light, wisdom, peace, and guidance in this reading. Only love, light, wisdom, peace, and guidance. Anything else, you are not allowed. You must go. Any negativity, any evil spell work, any attacks, spiritual attacks, or any cross watchers, y'all are allowed to stay. But don't try nothing. Because anything that's sent to myself or the collective or to our loved ones, we do return that. I return that to sender so strong that y'all don't even think about testing or trying us again, okay? So don't even do it. It's just like, at this point, y'all should know, like, not to mess with collective. But if you're like a new cross watcher, and you haven't learned your lesson on what will happen when you try to go against someone who is anointed and chosen by God and is always protected. Who am I to stop you from learning that lesson? You could try it, like I said, but you won't get far. I know, I speak, I feel, I am love. I know, I speak, I feel, I am peace. I know, I speak, I feel, I'm protected. I know, I speak, I feel. I'm connected. Okay, so let's get going. I wanted to start off just with like I got a couple of downloads, and I did want to start off with that. I just feel like right now it is still very much a trying time for you, collective. But the message that came through to me this morning as I was doing my workout was just a big exit sign in red. It's a big exit sign, and that tells me that everything that's happening right now, if you felt like at some point your life has just been tough, you don't know why you can't get a break, why things just never go the way that you want them to go. But things always work out, but you're just trying to figure out, like, why don't they ever go like the way that I want them to go, right? People have misused you. They have manipulated you. Like, you've been through a lot, collective. And now it's time to exit that life. It's time to exit that cycle. That cycle is over. It's over with. It's time to exit. And don't be afraid to leave. Don't be afraid to exit something. Don't be afraid to walk out of that door. Don't be afraid to take the next step. Don't be afraid to cross that line. Don't be afraid to speak up. Whatever move you make, you're going to be successful in that. Whatever move you make from this point, as long as you move forward, you will be successful. You have a victory waiting for you. And that's because, but it all just depends, collective, for real. It all just depends on how you deal with this moment in your life right now, with how you deal with this adverse event, how you deal with this unexpected tower. However you deal with that, whatever mindset, because we've gone over it. We've talked about mindset. We've talked about staying positive. We talked about the importance of how manifestations can be both, whatever it is, it can be both in your eyes good, and it can be in your eyes bad, right? So, meaning you could either choose to think negatively about everything you don't have and you don't want, and that's what you're going to attract. Or you could think about this shift as an opportunity. You could think about this shift as remember back in the day, like when we used to it was the day before school, and we would set out all our clothes and our new shoes, and we would be just like super excited, couldn't really go to sleep, but then we really wanted to go to sleep really early because we were so excited about how the first day of school was going to go. And we wanted to show off our new clothes and all that other stuff. I don't know if that's something you never did. That's my era. You can look at it that way. You could have that sense of excitement of, wow, what's new? I wonder. You have to stay in the energy of, I wonder. Ooh, I wonder who I'm going to meet. I wonder who my next teacher is going to be. Like, those are the thoughts we used to have as children. Those, you have to, and I know it's easier said than done, as I mentioned, as I'm telling you this, I don't know that you guys know, but whenever I do these videos, I never know what's going to come out. So I actually rewatch it so that I can receive the same message. And there are things that resonate with me, and there are things that, you know what I mean? But pretty much, yeah, I also watched this video. So just you have to try to keep your mind positive in this time. That's all I have to say, because you've got a victory coming, and whatever you think will come. Whatever you think, you will manifest. However you feel, it doesn't matter what you say. You can say, oh my gosh, this situation is so horrible and I want something better. Or, or you could say like, I'm cool. Like, people ask you how you doing because you're going through whatever, and you say, I'm cool, but really you're feeling down and out. You're feeling depressed. You're feeling insecure. You're feeling lost. You're feeling like it's not going to work out. You're panicking on the inside, but on the outside, you're telling everybody like, no, I'll be cool, because as an unbreakable soul, you know that you will be cool. You know that it will work out. So you do have that level of belief. You do have that level of understanding on how God works in your life. But there's still something deep down inside of you that makes you doubt, and you need to get out. You need to get out of that mindset. There's a great shift happening in your life right now. You're going to be growing spiritually, personally. You're going to be just one with your manifestations, if that makes sense. Everything you think right now, with the vibrational level that you're on right now, collective, everything that you think is coming. And it's coming fast. Everything that you say you want is happening, and the pieces are moving fast. Every goal you set, God is shifting things and moving things around so that you can accomplish that goal. You just have to keep moving forward. And we as a collective have to understand that everything that happens as we move forward is God shifting things over so that we can get to where we're trying to go. Now, will we get distracted and will things stop us? Will we get interested in something to where we think it's good for us, but God knows it's not going to get us to where we're trying to go and where we are destined to be and what our purpose is? He'll let you sit there. He'll let you sit there and have a little fun. And then, if you sit there too long, he'll release you from that. Or he'll release that from you. And that will cause you to reflect, which is probably what you're doing right now in this big shift of your life. You're reflecting. You're doing self-reflection. You're trying to figure out what you could have done differently. All this other stuff. So you're reflecting right now. You have to focus on the limitless potential that you have to make things happen in your life. Stay strong. This is the message that has been coming through. Like, it's imperative that I get on here because I feel like as a collective we need to tell each other to stay strong, to push through whatever this change is in the life. Just push through. And there's going to be people, and this is a part of the test. There's going to be situations and people maybe in your life as you're trying to push through that you feel may not have compassion for your situation. For instance, if you recently lost your job, and around this time of the year, you may feel like that company had no compassion for you as a person because they chose to let you go during this time of the year. Holidays? Right before the new year? You know what I mean? But you don't have to worry about compassion from those people. Their compassion, your want and your need for someone to show you compassion in times of shift, in times of transformation, your want and need for others' compassion is pointless. Because the only compassion that matters is the compassion that God is showing you. And the compassion that you show yourself. You forgive yourself. You believe that every part of you is a part of you. And you work with that. You work with the dark. You work with the light. Someone's having like a sense of shame. Maybe someone feels like something that they've been doing is the cause for this shift because, You may be feeling like this shift is negative, but again, I'm here to tell you that this is not a negative shift. I had to get on here a second day in a row and tell y'all that this is not a negative shift. Heck, also tell myself, this is not a negative shift. Negative shift. Persevere. It's the same cards coming through here. I'm not going to stay on here long. I just wanted to get on here and share that with you guys. Yeah, it's a lot of readjusting. A lot of readjusting. Some of y'all may be seeing the number 5. This is 1616. So that's 14. 4 and 1 is 5. 5, look that up. I want you to look that up and leave in the comments what that means. And see if it resonates. I know what it means. And I can tell y'all what it means. But I want you guys to look up the spiritual meaning of the number 5 based on this reading here, based on this message here. And that will be your confirmation. It's time to readjust. You got too comfortable. You got too comfortable. You've got the support. Some of y'all might be seeing 333, 222. But you've got great blessings coming. So don't fret. Do not fret. Some of you guys are going to have an opportunity to present an idea, or you're going to be in an environment that will allow you to be innovative and to express ideas. Maybe some of y'all are creators. But this next beginning is going to have to do with your creativity. So be prepared to act on whatever ideas that God is putting in your head right now during this. For you, it probably feels like a tumultuous time. Whatever idea that is, use it. Act on it. That's your exit sign. And it has to do with your unique skills. Some of y'all are very, very skilled in whatever you do. Some of y'all are skilled in whatever you do. I'm getting someone also may be like really superstitious. Like they may like wear, like they feel like they have like a lucky shirt or some type of article of clothing that they, you know, I'm getting someone here is superstitious. Which in my culture, my mama, my grandmama, my aunties, my great aunts, my great grandmother, they were all superstitious. Don't put your purse on the floor. You'll always be broke. Your right eye is jumping, you're going to be happy. If your left eye is jumping, you're going to be mad about something. It's so many different things. I can name so many different things. If your right palm is itching, you're going to get some money. If your left palm is itching, make sure you scratch it with the same hand. Because if you scratch it with your right hand, then you're pulling money out of you. It's just all kinds of stuff. But there is someone here that is superstitious. I'm hearing that you're gonna have to let that go. It's time to start over. Cycles are over. And you're in alignment. Right now, I know it may not feel like you're in alignment with where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to be doing, but you are in alignment right now. 222. Some of y'all may be seeing 222. 111. 1111. I'm just going to say this, the things that are coming in, that are ushering into your life, are the things that, again, because you're standing in front of an exit door, but you're afraid to open that door. You're afraid to go through that exit. You're holding on, whether it be with your thoughts or your emotions or just even physically. You're holding on to something that has shown does not value you. You're holding on to something that has shown it's just not going to get you to where you're trying to be. And I had a reading a while ago, and I said, This is the timeline you're on. Whether you're ready or not, you're here. So you need to make something happen. And I don't remember what the name of that video was, but that came through. And it's coming through again. You stop holding on. This is where you're at. Things are changing, whether you like it or not. Timelines are shifting. Puzzle pieces are moving and put together, and they're matching up. Your life is aligning. Your life is changing for the better. Some of y'all, definitely, for clarity, you may want to do something to help you remain in a high vibration. I'm getting that this period, I know as a collective, just throughout our entire lives, we've been through hard times. And in those hard times, it felt like they lasted forever, because sometimes they did last for years at a time. 7-year periods, 15-year periods, 2-year periods. I'm getting that this isn't going to last more than a month. That phase of your human experience, as far as learning lessons, having to struggle to learn lessons, having to really hands-on training for life. You had hands-on training. Everything you learned was because you were in it. Whether it hurt you, whether it made you happy, whether it tried to break you, whether you had to overcome it, you were in it. So now that's over. That part of your life is over. This is the new phase of your life, and this next phase is going to bypass and surpass all of the length of time you spent struggling and feeling broken and feeling down and feeling defeated. That may have felt like a long time. You may have felt like, oh my gosh, it's a long time coming. This next phase, you're going to be saying, I can't remember the last time I struggled like that. I can't remember the last time I felt like that. It's been a long time since I had to deal with that. Let me try to think if I can. You're going to be like, people going to be coming to you because they're going to know that you've been through some stuff, collective. You're going to have to sit. You have to think, oh, let me think about what I did when that happened to me. It was so long ago. That's what you got coming. So stay positive. Don't get dormant. So if it's anything, if God has set you down for whatever reason, there's a delay in your life, don't be dormant. This is time for you to take action on whatever it is that He has put in your mind and in your heart and in your soul. Whatever you're feeling right now, whatever idea whatever seed God is planting in your mind, in your soul, and in your heart, it's time to take action right now. That's why. Someone's going to want you to consider them during this shift, meaning compromise. Listen, everyone's not going to make it to where you're going. So, because some people don't have the same abilities as you and they're just not, this is hard to say, but it's like some people just aren't meant to be where you're going to be. Just like you're not meant to be where some other people are supposed to be. Take it how it resonates. But someone's going to want you to compromise. Someone's going to want you to give something up. And that something that they're going to want you to give up is going to have to do with you moving forward in your purpose. They're going to want you to compromise on something. And it's going to come in a dramatic way. I don't know if it's going to be... I don't know what type of dramatic way it is. I'm just getting that it is going to be in a dramatic way. Someone's going to ask you to compromise. But that compromise is going to be something that could delay your journey. Yeah, they're going to want, it's something about your energy, collective. So this is either going to be a woman that is going to want you, collective, if you are a male, they're going to want you to slow down with whatever you're doing. If you are a woman, collective, due to your feminine energy that you are exuding, your light that you're exuding, someone's going to want to snatch you up and slow you down, and they're going to want to keep you to themselves. Whichever it is, however that resonates with you, I'm hearing don't compromise. You're going to have a gut feeling to say, because whatever they ask you to do, something inside of you, you're going to be like, I really don't. It's not even going to be like, I don't want to do it. It's going to be like, because some things that you don't want to do, you got to do. Hold on, y'all. People are also going to try to distract you. Whatever this is, whatever this compromise is, somebody's also probably going to want you to start fresh with them. Yeah, some type of, if you consider, whatever it is, it could be a friend, I don't know, it could be romantic. I'm not really getting that. I don't have my tarot out, so I'm just going to say this is some type of relationship that somebody wants to have with you. And whatever they ask you to compromise, they're going to be like, let's start fresh. Let's start over in this new energy that you're in. Like, because they see where you're going. They see what you're looking like. But hold on to your vision, because you're done compromising. You're done living your life for other people, collective. That part of it, that's not the timeline you're on anymore. So you could try to be that person, but it's not going to align with the timeline that you're on. So you're going to be struggling. You're going to be fighting. You're going to be resisting the changes and resisting what's really going on. But here's the thing. God and your ancestors, they're tired of you resisting. So now they have taken it upon themselves. You got an opportunity to make a decision to go in the direction you're supposed to go. But if you don't do what we are leading you to do internally, we'll move some things around so that it'll happen anyways. Kind of like a concerned parent, right? That's kind of the energy that your spirit guides and God and the universe is in right now. They're not going to allow you to be defeated, to be distracted, to fail in this next stage of your life. Even if you couldn't, you could do it don't matter what you do. There's no way that you're not going to be in the position you are destined to be in. It's no longer going to happen. You have other lessons to learn. Like, it's time to spiritually grow up, collective. And I know right now it probably feels like you just got kicked out the nest and you got a broken wing and you ain't got no food. But you're gonna survive. You'll survive. For a lot of y'all, this is a spiritual awakening. 444 protection. You'll survive during this spiritual awakening because you are protected. 2424. 242466. You don't have to do anything else right now. And this is where I'll leave it. I'm going to leave it at this last card. But let me say this. You've done everything that you needed to do. You've planted all the seeds you needed to plant. You're in the timeline that you're supposed to be in. Your vibration is also aligned because that's why things are moving. But there's a part of you that's still holding back, which is why you feel the way that you're feeling. Take it how it resonates. This is your big break. This is an opportunity for your big break. You've been manifesting, you've been praying for a life change. You've been praying for, some of y'all have been praying for a better life. Not to say that your life has been horrible, not to say you're ungrateful, but some of y'all still feel like there's more that you are owed in this life. This is your time of your big break. You're about to get what you're owed. That's the message, and I provide it with love and peace, and it is directly from my heart. Remain unbreakable. Bye.